Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations. Got another review for you today. Got a couple more I'm going to be trying to get knocked out today, get myself kind of caught back up on doing reviews. And this time around, I'm going to be talking about the debut self-titled album from the band, Daisy Cutter. Out now through the band themselves. And if you're not familiar with Daisy Cutter, they are a death metal band out of Munich, Germany. Been around since 2014, featuring, and I apologize ahead of time because I know I'm going to butcher some of these names, Peter Thaler on the drums, Manuel Meibner on guitars, Thorstein Gruing on guitars and vocals, Florian Herrera on bass and vocals, and finally, Kristen Gruing handling all the lyrics. As I said, this is their debut full-length album. It is 9 tracks and just a couple of ticks over 38 minutes in length. And first off, huge shout out to Anthony at the Metal Miners, as he actually introduced me to this band, and before that I had no idea that they even existed, and I'm really glad that he did because I really found myself enjoying this album. But yeah, listening to this, I just really thought Peter's drumming on here is as solid as hell. Lots of nice pattern rolls and fills, and I really loved his double bass and his blast beats. Then when you get into actually track number 8 on this album, No Gods, at about 2 minutes and 8 seconds into that song, there's just this absolutely furious blast beat section, and honestly it's probably one of the fastest and most furious moments on this entire album. But yeah, really impressed with his drumming. The bass can be heard throughout this album. It's thick tone, it certainly lays down a nice wall, but it's a bit back in the mix, I think, but it really kind of helps to let the guitar shine here, and the guitars themselves have that heavy, crunchy HM2 style tone to them. Lots of mid to fast-paced riffs, mixing in some nice crunchy chugs with lots of nice headbangable grooves and gallops and some nice solos, with the one at the 224 mark in track number 4, Hollow Man, being a personal favorite of mine. Now, that's not to say that the band doesn't have their more melodic moments. In fact, about 12 seconds into the 5th track, Killing Machine, that part has a bit of an In Flames feel to it, I think, and I love the groove at the 1 minute mark with the double bass underneath. Really sounded awesome, kind of showing off their more melodic side, like I said. Excuse me. Some of the other things I kind of picked up while I was listening to this, track number 6, Here I Die, about 3:09 into that song, you get another nice little melodic moment with a really nice guitar effect. I'm not exactly sure what they did to the guitars at that moment, but they just do this effect on it that I thought sounded really cool. Going back to track 8, No Gods, 32 seconds into that song, you get this absolutely killer chugged groove in there. It's one of those ones that as soon as you hear it, you just start banging your head along. And these guys definitely know how to write some good hooks and grooves. Vocally, I think you get Thorsten kind of has that, intelligible mid-range growl that to me kind of sounds like it's like a gruffer Matty Karki from Dismember. That's kind of who I was reminded of when I was listening to him delivering the lyrics. Overall, I think this is a pretty solid effort from this German death metal crew. The heavy, crunchy guitars that to me at times give off early Bloodbath vibes. I think, the EP and the first 2 albums in particular, excellent drumming. I do wish the bass was a little bit higher up in the mix though, but if you're a fan of Dismember, Bloodbath, or even just Sweet Death in general, definitely give this a go. I would give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Go check out Daisy Cutter. I will try to find a link to leave down below so you can check it out for yourself and pick up a copy. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.